Hi, I'm Gary Pastor, owner and founder of PRI-EYES Incorporated, and this is In My Defense. What is a private investigator? How do you become a private investigator? What do they do? Who do they serve? How much money do they make? What are the legalities? These are just some of the things we're going to talk about in today's episode, so stay tuned. Let's start at the beginning. What is a private investigator? It's exactly what it sounds like. It's an individual with proper training, licensing, insurance that works for the private individual. So if you need to hire somebody to do a job that maybe law enforcement didn't do, maybe it's a cheating spouse, maybe it's a child custody case, maybe it's just looking at the evidence again. That's what a private investigator is here for. We're here to serve the public and work on your behalf to give you an unbiased, professional opinion that can be used in court when necessary. So, is a private investigator a police officer? No. Many private investigators used to be police officers, and after leaving law enforcement, they decided to continue to serve the public in the capacity where they can work investigations and continue to serve. So what does it take to become a private investigator? The state of North Carolina says you have to have 3,000 hours of experience. Well, 3,000, that's a lot. They equate that to about 3 years of law enforcement as a detective, or if you have military experience or a degree, they give you some credit for that as well. The most important thing is getting properly licensed and properly trained. Licensing. When it comes to a private investigator's license, the application process can be difficult. They check your credit report, they check your background, your previous employment, references. There's a lot that goes into it. But the state of North Carolina says you have to have a private investigator's license in order to do investigations for the public. If you're taking money for providing a service, you should be properly licensed. And if you're not, it's a misdemeanor in the state. The licensing process generally takes anywhere between 2 to 4 months. The state board meets every other month and they make the decisions on who gets approved and who does not based on their backgrounds. North Carolina General Statute 74C governs private investigators, and you can take a look at that law for yourself and interpret it on your own. But when it comes down to it, you need a licensed, trained, insured professional. Cases might start on the street, but many cases end up in court. Making sure that your investigator is properly licensed ensures that your evidence that was gathered can be used properly. You only get one shot at this thing, so make sure that you're using a professional. You can ask an investigator for their license. They'll be happy to show it to you if they're legit. Ask them for a copy of their insurance policy or how long they've been in business. What is the background of your investigator? How many years in law enforcement do they have? How many cases have they worked? How many cases have they testified about? What is their reputation? Because when it comes down to it, their reputation becomes your reputation in court. Now, every case doesn't end up in court. Many cases are adjudicated or litigated outside of court between attorneys or spouses or coworkers, and they're handled privately. That's the best case scenario. If a private investigator does their job correctly, maybe that case will never go to court. If the evidence speaks for itself, there's no need to take it and drag everybody through court. What happens if you hire your neighbor or a friend or someone else to do an investigation that's not properly licensed or might not have the proper background? If you end up in court or you end up in litigation, all that evidence could be garbage. It could be a waste of your time and your money. Don't be taken advantage of. Make sure to check out your investigator before you hire them. So what can a private investigator do? Many people think that they drive around in a red Ferrari and swim in the ocean in Hawaii. Those things don't take place. We work. A working private investigator is busy all the time. Your reputation speaks for itself. Investigations come in through our website, through phone calls. They're filtered through our investigative team and our leadership team to determine whether or not we have conflicts of interest. Should we take this case? Is it legal? Is it lawful? Is it ethical? And do we think that there's an outcome that we can gather from it? Those are all determining factors of whether or not we will even accept the case. Most investigators operate on a positive cash flow, which means you're going to pay a deposit at the beginning, and then they subtract as they go. When they start to run low on money, they'll reach out to you, and then you can determine whether to continue. So now you've found the right investigator, filled out the necessary contracts, sent in all the paperwork. Now we're ready to go. But what's legal? What's not legal? Is your investigator going to cut corners? I can tell you that here at PRI-EYES, we do not cut corners. Everything that we do is within the confines of the law, and we are very active in making sure that those laws are upheld. We actually partake in rewriting laws, putting together new statutes, new rules for the state, Where it comes to private investigators in the security field, we're very active.